你好，祝你有美好的一天。这就是频道 Celebrity News Today 247。这是今天的新闻。
Last night, the plot of Please Advise You for the Rest of Your Life was a bit of a spit. The reason is that a good childhood friend of the heroine has returned to China, and he has won the trust of the heroine and the parents of the heroine. He also loves the heroine, so after returning to China, he frequently visits the heroine's house. After discovering that the heroine's father is ill, it was suggested that the heroine's father should go abroad for treatment. The heroine and the heroine's mother were very tempted, so they went to persuade the heroine's father. However, even if the heroine and the heroine's mother say anything more sensational, why can't the audience empathize with what they want to express? Summarized for reference. 1. Shao Jiang's character. When the hostess and the teacher said that the canon was not good, Shao Jiang smiled and agreed, but the camera flashed. Shao Jiang's Baidu encyclopedia wrote that Shao Jiang's famous song was the canon violin solo. This is very ironic. It can be called forgetting ancestors, such a person who has no sense of awe. Where is the bottom line of his character? In the same way, there is actually a heroine. I heard that the song played by the heroine during the charity performance in the hospital, also canon. At that time, the heroine also enjoyed and appreciated the benefit performance. So, Gu Wei would think of the gift of canon for her, but unfortunately, Gu Wei did not understand Lin Dixao. If this is the case, Lin Dixao is a perfect match for Shao Jiang. 2. The family background of the Lin family. When Lin Jiangguo was at the airport or the high-speed rail station, the pack of cigarettes he took out was an ordinary 12 yuan red Nanjing. He was just a teacher's family. It's not a noble family like Gu Wei who costs 9,500 yuan for a small teapot on the table. The music major that his daughter is studying requires a lot of money. How can a family that is not very rich support the huge cost of going abroad for physical therapy? Therefore, Shao Jiang's suggestion seems to be a bit not eating fireworks, right? Want to sell a house? Want to change your daughter's current school? Want to take all the savings to bet on a trip abroad that cannot guarantee a certain cure? If Lin Jiangguo's condition cannot be dealt with in China, then Huaqing Hospital and Gu Wei will not tell him, and the current state of complete success, there is no need to go abroad to govern. Even if you go abroad to govern, Gu Wei communicates with the teacher in English. I believe that even overseas, also, his connections are more reliable and authoritative. It's just that Lin Dixao and Lin's mother are too emotional, and Lin Jiangguo is still rational. 3. The situation after going abroad. If Lin Jiangguo and Shao Jiang go abroad, he just gambled with all his wealth, and he was not familiar with his own life, can only rely on Shao Jiang. Although my daughter Lin Dixao is a college student and has passed the 4th grade, but it can be seen from the section where she translated English to Gu Wei, it's too difficult, and if you really go abroad, you may be very confused. When Mr. Lin's family went abroad, they were unfamiliar with the place and language barrier. At that time, the whole family will have to rely on the daughter's brother to deal with the problem. From daily life to treatment. How much psychological pressure is there in this situation? 10,000 steps back, my daughter is with her senior brother, and they become a family. There will always be a sense of inferiority. Because I have always asked people, it is completely unequal in the relationship. I believe that this is not the relationship between the daughter and the future son-in-law that Lin Jiangguo wanted. 3. Gu Wei's surgery on Lin Jiangguo is a result of Lin Dixao's coquetry and cuteness. It was a gift and a treat, but after the surgery, I believed more in other doctors introduced by a music department teacher. It was so inexplicable that the hostess set up. At the beginning, the heroine was the first to insult the male lead. Afterwards, I felt that they were idiots and unreliable. However, after hearing another doctor's suggestion of complete resection after the diagnosis, I suddenly felt that Gu Wei was very reliable. And he must. Then, Gu Wei didn't want to have surgery, she tried everything possible to find him to do it. Afterwards, Gu Wei's surgery was a success. She suddenly believed that she didn't know who the foreign doctor was because of a small remark. It's a very hard to get story. 4. About the emotions of the male and female protagonists. Wouldn't the heroine go to the hospital to register with Dr. Gu Wei? What qualifications do you have to manage people to go to your own bar after get off work? Gu Wei's duty hours are also in the circle of friends. Do you have to be ambiguous with Fa Xiao and want other men to accompany her in personal relationships? She also knew what her reaction was when Gao Zai went to Gu Wei's house. But didn't she bring Shao Jiang home more often? Gao Zai was still with others and was reminded by Gu Wei of the distance. What about Lin Nixao? She had no taboo interactions with Shao Jiang again and again, no explanation to Gu Wei after touching her head and beating her shoulders. She also told Gu Wei that she said she was very happy with him. So, how can you blame Gu Wei for alienating her? A netizen expressed, he didn't give up when he saw Suma, but he didn't give up when he found out that he bought an unpleasant gift. Only when he heard her say that he was very happy with Suma, when the bamboo horse was his motivation, he gave up. His letting go was also done for her happiness. Therefore, this time, Gu Wei did not say good night to Lin Nixao, instead, say, goodbye. There is no problem with the male protagonist, so, more people can't empathize with Shao Jiang's plot. What do you think? Reviews are welcome.